We're in Walking Street in Pattaya in Thailand, and of course all of these different bars and nightclubs on the sides of this street are basically dancing, strip joints, whatever, and prostitution behind. You're not going to see any you're not going to see any underage girls right here on the strip, but you would see them if you could go in beyond these nightclubs. You look up the street here, you can see there's a disco called Lucifer. There's other things going on. Girls standing in the doorways, soliciting, and that's what happens here in Pattaya. One of the reasons we want to get a safe house and begin to rescue not the ones who have chosen the life of prostitution, but children who haven't chosen it and are being sucked into it by others. Okay, so Barry, what are some of the youngest girls that you've ever seen rescued from the actual brothels or from the child sex trade?
The youngest girl we've had rescued and Destiny rescued is 6 years old.
6 years of age.
6 years old. She was rescued, that was in Cambodia, and she had been sold. She was intercepted on her third sale, so not just hired, she'd been sold to a man. She'd escaped that man, run back to her grandmother, who had sold her again. That man had abused her and beaten her and had his way and thrown her out on the street. She ran back to her grandmother as the only love she knew. The grandmother had sold her the third time when the neighbours reported her to the police, and that's where she was intercepted. It was sold for 13,000 real, which is just under $4 US. We go in teams of 2 or 3, usually 3, for the sake of safety and accountability. And before we go each time, everyone wears at least one camera. It can be anything from a button camera to a hat camera or pen or something like that, to ensure that we have a record of what we're doing and to ensure that we have an accountability and safety measure. So then we will go and visit a brothel or a karaoke bar at least 2 or 3 times as a client to try and establish a relationship with the madam or the owner of that place, where then they will begin to trust us and give us access to the lower ages of the girls. And once we get to meet a young girl, we'll visit her at least 2 times so she gets to see that we're different from other clients, that there is some level of relationship, where then we will hire them for the night, go out to a cafe or a disco, and they'll introduce them to our Thai staff, who will tell them about what we're doing here. Oftentimes they'll be able to speak to a girl who's been rescued, either directly or on the phone, and which time we invite them to come up, have a look. You know, like, we'll pay for their trip, we'll pay airfares or bus fares, and send a staff member to look after them. They can come and visit with the girls for a day or 2 and really make sure that we're real, because, I mean, we could just be another pervert. So once they have an opportunity to come and see that this is a real chance, it's a real future, that the love that we talk about is real, and the care that we tell them about is not just a fake, then they get a chance to decide for themselves, where we will then help them with their extraction, which can be meeting them at a specific point, or at the 7-Eleven, or hiring them out for a night and then they never return. So whatever it needs to be from there, we'll make sure they get here safely. The girls in here are 12, 13, 14 and a couple of 16, 17-year-olds. Most of these girls were rescued in the last 6 weeks from our last undercover operation. And this is very important for the rescue operation, because it enables them to come straight into a job. So their finances are secure, they can keep sending money to their parents, they can maintain their honour in their own village, which means that in time they'll be able to reintegrate back into normal life.
So we are at Destiny Rescue, and we're in their sewing place here, where the girls are learning to sew, and they're making really nice uniforms, and they have contracts with Australia to make dance costumes and all kinds of other things. So it's very exciting what they're doing here. Teaching the girls a trade, and they can make a living, they can send money home, everything's great.
Well, God's placed on my heart since 2006 to help in the area of ministry of rescuing children from different areas in Southeast Asia, particularly now Thailand, and providing a safe nurturing Christian environment for them to grow up in. And we look forward to partnering with you in the near future and beginning this wonderful ministry and project. I am very excited about doing some rescue missions. We're feeling God calling us towards the northern part of Thailand, and this way we can rescue some girls that have been trafficked from Myanmar, and my wife would be able to speak the national language, Burmese, and minister to them in that way.